Hi guys, it's Miss Johnson and it's time for our science lesson. Today's topic is energy transfer. Our objective says that we will summarize the basic needs of a variety of different animals, including air, water, and food, for energy and growth. The picture that you see below the objective just shows us the flow of energy. Everything needs energy in order to grow, move. So, for example, you would eat food so that you could ride your bike and have energy to move. The sun provides energy for the plants to help them make their food. A car needs gasoline in order for it to move. So, on this page, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be reading to you a paragraph about giraffes and then a paragraph about spiders. And I want you to think about how giraffes and spiders are similar, but I also want you to think about how they're different. Giraffes have long necks that they use to reach leaves in tall trees. They also have long tongues that they use to wrap around the leaves and branches to pull off the leaves. How many times a day do you eat to get energy? A giraffe is big, so big that it eats all day long. Spiders. Spiders are an arachnid that depend on insects for energy. Many spiders spin or weave webs to catch insects. The webs are sticky, and when an insect flies into the web, it usually can't get out. This way, the spider can eat the insect when it is hungry. On this page, I have food chains. I have the food chain for the giraffe and the food chain for the spider. So this you should have talked about in previous lessons. So the first one, let's just look at the giraffe's food chain. The sun provides energy for the tree. The tree produces leaves. The leaves are food for the giraffe. Then the giraffe becomes food for the lion. Now let's look at the spider food chain. So even though you don't see it here, you know that the sun provides energy for the grass to grow. The grass becomes food for the aphids. The aphids become food for the spider. Then the spider becomes food for the birds, and the birds become food for the fox. And then to the right, you just see the energy flow chart, just a larger version of it, but it's just talking about how the flow of energy, how we, as humans, we eat food that gives us energy, that helps us with our muscles, helps our brain, helps us to move, helps our heart. So we need food to provide energy to our bodies. Now think about, what is the food for the giraffe and what's the food for the spider? How do they get energy? So now we're going to complete a Venn diagram. Okay. So a Venn diagram is just a graphic organizer. It's two overlapping circles, and it helps us to see clearly how the two things that we're talking about are different from one another. But then it also helps us to see clearly how those two things are the same. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the information that we saw in the food chains for both the spider and the giraffe and the information that we read about earlier, and we're going to use that to help us fill in this Venn diagram. So here you can see that I have drawn a Venn diagram, and this is what you're going to do. You're going to draw a Venn diagram on your paper. You're going to make sure that you include the labels that you see on the screen should also be on your paper. Now, I've already filled in a part of this to help us out to get you started. So under the spiders, I'm going to write something that only the spiders are able to do. And so here by the dot, I put in spins a web. Only the spider can do that. Then on the other side, we have the giraffes. And beside that, I put down that they have long necks. Now in the middle, I have to think about what do both spiders and giraffes need in order to survive? One thing that I know that they both need is air. So I wrote air in the middle. Now what you're going to do is you're going to complete this with at least 2 more examples of ways that they're different from each other and then ways that they are the same. So boys and girls, I hope this lesson helped you in understanding energy transfer and helped you to compare the similarities and differences between the spiders and the giraffes. Until next time, bye guys.